Hello, it's time for another episode of It's Not About You. My name is Bob Benson. I pastor Christ Lutheran Church out in Greenhurst. And we've been talking about the things that we need to get a grasp on. We've been looking at scriptures, and all throughout the Bible it talks about the selflessness that we need to really serve Jesus. And I'm not trying to convince you that you need to be selfless. The Bible should do that. Jesus' life should do that. If we're all about the words and works of Jesus, we should become selfless because he was completely selfless. And we want to look more like Jesus. So I would tell you that you need to look up verses in the Bible that talk about and ask us to serve others. We'll find that in meditating on those verses, it drives them deep into our hearts. And where our hearts go, there our actions tend to follow. And I'm going to tell you that if you really choose to study these verses that talk about serving others, you will become less self-centered. Choose to go about your day feeling grateful for what Christ has done for you, and then in that vein, you'll figure out that you need to do things for other people. Now, does that mean we ignore ourselves? No, it doesn't mean we ignore ourselves. We do have to do a measure of self-care. But as we serve the community that we live in, it convinces them that they take the priority over us. And that's really selflessness. When we can get to that point, when we can flush out that in our lives, it will change. It'll change us, but it'll also change the people that we're around all the time. You know, you can be married and never go home, and eventually it will affect your relationship. And we need to be selfless in our relationships. We need to be home. We need to be home. We need to be with Jesus and listening to him all the time and try to become more like him. When we call ourselves Christians, that's little Christs. So if we follow that model and we become selfless, we never use our power to benefit ourselves. We always use it to benefit others. That's becoming more Christ-like. So for It's Not About You, my name is Pastor Bob Benson. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch today.